Good morning. Good morning. That song, I listened to it myself. I open my own live stream just to listen to it. Dun, dun, dun. Morning, everyone. All right. Shannon, Josh, Mike, Clement, JR, Fidel, how's the keyboard working? Fidel won our giveaway. Tavian, Robert, Dino, Gus, Matt, Lito, Canty, Mozam, Candlestick Reader. Good morning. 15-2? Maybe. We're above 15. Yeah, it's that song is a mix between the movie Drive and Doctor Disrespect. That's the vibe I get. The movie Drive and Doctor Disrespect. That's the Tesla, baby. That's right, Chris. Chris, you've been murdering it, man. Congrats, man. I've been seeing your profits huge. Congratulations. AMD. Yeah, I wouldn't mind an AMD day. I have my swing trade. Got the AMD 120. Nvidia already. I'm probably not even gonna have to trade today. Nvidia's already probably made me a few $100, maybe even more this morning. So yeah, AMD's making me a lot right now too. So maybe don't even trade today. Just let the swings go. AMD, Nvidia, looking real nice. Congratulations to everyone on Tesla. I will say, if I got into, I was looking at Tesla and Nvidia at the same time. So I got into Nvidia swings back on the 17th of March, so about 2 weeks ago, when I made that video. And I was thinking about Tesla too, but I went with Nvidia because that's just something I'm really confident in is Nvidia. What didn't have as much conviction in Tesla, so I will say I didn't miss. I've been scalping some of this Tesla move. I did miss majority of it, but when you have shares, you're still winning. That's the biggest thing about long-term shares. You don't have to worry about missing out much when you got those long-term shares in the background. So I'm happy. I'm happy. That's helping. But of course, I would have liked to get a little bit more on the Tesla move with options. Yeah, I watched Halo, Breadman. I like it. I think I wish Disney made it, to be honest, with their CGI. Disney's like the Mandalorian looks real. Everything in the Star Wars Mandalorian and everything they make that's obviously not real looks real. So I think Disney does a killer job on that side, but that's the only thing. The only thing I don't love about Halo is it doesn't look as real as I wish it did. However, it's pretty good. I like it so far. Moas, the Moas came, chef. We've been talking about the Moas here for like a month, and it came yesterday. Was yesterday the Moas? We're not gonna. So everyone that's here, that's a big AMC GME, ape. Just I'm gonna unfortunately probably disappoint you today. We're not gonna focus on that the entire stream. We're gonna be talking about real good companies that are fantastic opportunities. So we'll cover the MOAS, but it's definitely not gonna be the highlight of this live stream. Just to let everyone know, I'm not gonna heavily cover on AMC and GME. You guys do your own thing there, right? That is when you start trading AMC and GME, you are on your own. That is the wild wild west, and it's every man for themselves. So all right, let's get started. So today, futures as always. Economic earnings calendar. Let's pull that up real quick. Let's make sure we are familiar with what's going on there. Good companies. I know. Could you imagine? So economic calendar today. Some housing information today. Consumer confidence index. That should give a little bit of sight on that give a little bit of sight of the overall like consumer sentiment. Keep an eye on that one. Don't think it'll make much of a move. Job openings, some Fed president speaking, so nothing major today. Tomorrow is a little interesting. The GDP revision and the ADP employment report. These are something that I would watch. Gross domestic income. Yeah, these are ones that I think could have some effect. So tomorrow on the live stream, guys, this is going to be, I think, a little interesting around 8:30. So we'll keep an eye on that. Thursday looks like a normal Thursday. Jobless claims, real disposable income, real consumer spending. A lot of stuff at 8:30 on Thursday. And then Friday, we have our non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings. Some more news about employment. So you got some stuff. You definitely got some stuff. This week. FOMC minutes, April 6th. Wednesday, April 6th. FOMC minutes. That's pretty important. That's going to be big right there. Wednesday, April 6th. So you got some stuff slated. Today, I'm not too worried. Tomorrow looks like more of a day to be careful. So let's watch out for that. Nothing on the earnings calendar worth looking at. So let's go ahead and keep on going here. So Amazon, perfect retest on the daily chart. We talked about this yesterday, the 3,200 level, and what a day it was for Amazon. Beautiful retest on the daily. I'm going to show you guys again. Looks like a really, really nice opportunity. I know a lot of you guys in the chat took advantage of this one. I don't really trade Amazon much, but congrats if you did. Really nice move. Nvidia, AMD, Qualcomm, chip stocks look really hot this morning. Really like chip stocks here. Every time chip stocks are hot, I think it's like a common theme for me. Every time I say chip stocks are hot, they always fall intraday. So we'll see if that happens again. But AMD, Nvidia, and Qualcomm are going nuts this morning in the pre-market. So congrats, guys, if you're in any of that. I've been long Nvidia for about 3 weeks now almost. And it's been fantastic. One of my best trades this year. Almost the exact same trade as I took the year prior, which was one of my biggest gains on Nvidia. Tesla daily gap. Just to let everyone know, Tesla did create a pretty large gap up on the daily chart. So gaps, they almost always get filled. When they get filled is the big question. So does Tesla fill that gap in the short term, or does it take a long time? Does Tesla never come back to this level for a few years, for a few months? We don't know, right? We can't predict that. But what we do know is that there is a gap on the daily chart, and sometime in the future it will get filled. So let's keep an eye on that. I'll show you guys that gap up on the daily chart. Microsoft daily breakout, beautiful stuff. Looks like every other great tech stock. Nvidia daily breakout, Apple daily breakout, Microsoft daily breakout. They all look fantastic. So beautiful stuff. Microsoft, another awesome day. Huge day for Team Cost. If you're part of Team Cost, you guys can put it in the chat. This is a little inside joke with the Discord. Team Cost, Costco, huge day. Huge day on Costco. Costco is basically at all-time highs. Just an awesome stock. Unfortunately, I do not have shares of Costco, which is something I really, really slipped up on. I don't know why I didn't start buying Costco. That's a big problem for me. I'm a little bit upset about that one. I love Costco as a long-term stock. If you look at the chart, it's just absolutely unbelievable. It just continues to go higher. Very resilient stock, very strong, a little bit of safety involved in that. So I'm upset, but Costco looks fantastic, guys. We've been talking about this one for about a week now. It's been on watch. It's basically at all-time highs. So killer. Square and PayPal held their retest levels. If I had to rank, the crappy stocks, obviously my top ones are Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. Those are my big three. Love those stocks. Will always buy those stocks without a doubt. No questions asked. I don't even care what's going on in the world. I'm buying those stocks. if I had to, get down into the, the B rated stocks, in my opinion, maybe B minus, B plus, right in that area, the top two for me would be Square and PayPal, right in there, if we're just talking about tech names. So I don't mind Square and PayPal as an opportunity here. This isn't like Roku, in my opinion. This isn't like Peloton or, some of those names that I just don't really believe in their business. I think Square and PayPal have some opportunity still into the future. I think these are decent names to be watching, guys. Square and PayPal are two names that have been holding up really well, and they're making some very nice technical formations. So Square, PayPal, let's keep an eye on those. These could be two very big opportunity names throughout the rest of the year. They got sold off tremendously. I mean, 80%, 70%. So there's got to be something there, some type of opportunity, in my opinion. Facebook continuing to hold the uptrend, still holding my swing trade on Facebook. Looks really good and continuing to hold. Yeah, I know. I know Square and PayPal they're not great. I totally get it. But, as a trading opportunity, I think they're okay. I think they're okay as a trading opportunity. I'm not going to be putting it into my long-term portfolio, I'll tell you that. But at least I think there is something there. So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Obviously we can agree to disagree, but I think there's a trading opportunity, which I would at least keep an eye out for. And we'll end the stream with a few minutes of AMC and GME, because instead of getting everyone in the chat typing it over and over again, I will look at it at the end of the stream. Very short, and just sort of give you guys an idea of what happened yesterday. And then we will go over what the members want to look at today. All right. So that's the plan. Got a lot of good names on the list here this morning. I think it's going to be a good one. Let's go ahead and get started. NASDAQ. Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Love everything about it. Everything that the NASDAQ did just made a lot of sense. And this really reminds me of the October bounce that we saw right here. I don't know if you guys remember this. Maybe you were in the chat with me. Maybe you were following me at this time. I don't know if you were or not. Back in October, we took an Nvidia swing trade off this breakout on NASDAQ right here. I took Nvidia on around the, I think, 15th or 18th of October, looking for this breakout on the NASDAQ, right? Following the NASDAQ potential breakout with an Nvidia swing trade. Right here, this reminds me a lot of that, right? A lot of this push. This was a ridiculous push. This was a push that if you didn't dollar cost average or didn't try to take some shots here, then you just missed out on the entire thing, because it never came back for you. So I'm not saying that's going to happen again. I really do, as the days go on, I get more and more concerned about, how nasty their retracement is going to be. Obviously I do have that in my mind. I'm not just totally blind to the fact that this has been a ridiculous push, and it's pretty overextended. However, I'm also someone that took my shot down here, so I'm okay to let this thing just see itself out. Obviously I'm making money in the long term, and I'm also making money on some of my swings, but as the days go on, I'm more and more cautious of how much is this going to push. So big move. Congrats, guys, if you caught this. Congrats if you have long-term shares. Congrats if you dollar cost average, if you stick to the script. This is a very nice push for you. You're coming into the 100 SMA. That's going to be an interesting level, in my opinion. Right there at the 100 SMA on the daily chart is going to be an interesting level for the NASDAQ. That's right at 15.2. So 15,002 is the 100 SMA on the daily. Little concerning. Obviously a level to watch. And then you also have these double tops right here. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we got one potential resistance here at 14,250. And then it looks like you're actually breaking this one right here at 15,060. So you can see we have a previous high here, 15,060, which it looks like you're actually kind of getting over this morning. You're at 15,080. And then you have this pivot high here at 15,250, which is, this one is also right near the 100 SMA. So these are the two levels I'm watching right here. previous high right here, 15,250. Watch out for that. That could be where this starts to get a little bit a rejection. And that's also right near the 100 SMA on the daily chart. So watching that level right there at 15,250, guys. Keep that on your charts. Both of these pivot highs. One of them is from February 2nd, and the next one is from around February 9th. So watch those two highs on your chart, guys. Keep an eye on those two highs. If I had to break this down, right, into the shorter term time frames, we've talked about this, right? The NASDAQ has continued to do exactly what it needed to do. Every single time as you look intraday, it continues to hold previous highs as support, right? Here, right here again yesterday, it just continues to do the right things for upside. So that's why you just logically cannot turn bearish here, because every intraday dip, as we watch the price action, a lot of people don't watch price action intraday. So they come up with ideas about what the market should be doing without actually watching the stock market all day, which unfortunately I have to do. It's not an unfortunate to me. It may seem like it to some people. I enjoy watching the charts. I know it's a pretty painful thing for some people. I enjoy watching the price action. And everything that the NASDAQ did over the last 2 weeks has been consistent with upside. So you continue to get pullbacks intraday, but none of the pullbacks intraday ever break down key levels. So yesterday, what did we get yesterday, right? Yesterday we got a big pullback intraday. So maybe it scared some people. Some people said, hey, this is it. We're falling over. However, this NASDAQ fall right here, intraday, this is it right here. It never broke these previous resistance levels. It never broke this pre-market support, and it never came back down to that level. So, this is just an easy way to stay bullish, guys. I know it's tough. I know some people have a really hard time, trusting these moves, which is understandable. But as long as we continue to stair step, continue to hold previous resistance as support, it's a pretty easy way to stay bullish. Just don't think about it with your emotions. Just watch the price action. Until we break down of these levels, you have to stay bullish here. It's very simple. If you can just keep it, just keep it like a book, keep it textbook, right? Right here, this is your next big level, right around 14.7. If we drop 14.7, it is clear that we're going to be bearish, right? That is your indicator. That is your level. So keep that level on your chart. Now, it's going to get a little difficult here because this is a pretty big move, right? So where's the next stair step? Well, I would like to say it's maybe around this high here, but this isn't very strong of a level in my opinion, right around 14.8. You can see right here. Right here, guys, right? You can see maybe this previous high holds as support. Maybe some of this shelf, right around 14.960. This one's a little bit more difficult to me because it's not as... We didn't consolidate for a few days, right? We don't have that previous consolidation that turned into support. This one's sort of just like a straight up move. So this is a move that I think has a little bit more opportunity to fall deeper because where is your support? Where's your next support? It's a little bit difficult to read. So it's getting definitely extended here in my opinion, guys. But, I'll continue to ride it until I have a reason not to. Until I see, some of these stair-stepping levels start to fail, something like 14,440, 14,700, I'm just going to continue to look for upside because yesterday was another day that we came back, tested previous resistance, turned it into support, and rallied off of it. That's bullish in every single thing you ever know about the market. If previous resistance turns into support intraday, that is bullish. So that's what I'm watching, guys, on the short term. Just watching these stair-stepping levels. 4-hour chart, watch out for 15,250. And then on the daily chart, watch out for the 100 SMA, guys. Right here, 100 SMA is right there near that 15.2. So watch out for that. All right. ES. So we talked about the ES being below the 100 SMA yesterday, and you can see we just rocketed above it. I mean, this is a pretty legitimate bounce on ES, guys. 4,600 could be a pretty big level here. We're right there today. So let's see what happens at 46. But I will say, guys, we made a higher high of this entire price action since February. That is something that I did not expect us to see. I really did not expect us to see. I did not expect us to see a break over these pivot highs here around 45.80. That's pretty impressive in my opinion. So if you go to the hourly, let me get a little bit more time here actually. Let's go 4 hour. Here's 4 hour. You guys can see right here. I did not expect us to break these two highs right here. Right around this 45.80. I thought this was going to be a pretty big brick wall here, and we would just reject off of it. But you can see right now this morning, we are through it. So the key today, if you are very bullish, very, very bullish, if you want to see this market just continue really strong, and if you pull back to this and hold this, that is extremely bullish this morning, guys. So watching for right around this 45.80 level, if you pull back to 45.80 this morning, back to these previous highs, and you turn these two resistance points into support, that is incredibly bullish. If you see that today, if the NASDAQ closes above 45.80 today, guys, I would be looking for more upside. That's a pretty impressive break and retest all the way up here. So I'm going to be looking for that today, 45.80. If we hold above that 45.80, I think you have a chance to 46. Watch out for 46. The NASDAQ is still, or only, 4% off all-time highs. 4% off all-time highs. The ES, I meant, not the NASDAQ. So, what a move. It all stemmed back from the downtrend breakout, right? It all stemmed back from this breakout of the downtrend, the first break of the 20 SMA, and this was right around when the Fed made their decision to raise rates. Market liked it. We talked all about it in my Sunday video that week. I think that was on the 20th. We talked about it on the 20th. So, ES, big push. Watch 46. Big push over previous double top resistance. That's pretty impressive to me. This is tough, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. And you just got to ride the short-term trend, in my opinion. If we break this down to the 30-minute, the ES did exactly what you wanted it to do yesterday. You guys can see yesterday, if we zoom in here, where did the ES pull back to intraday yesterday? It pulled right back to these previous resistance levels, and it held them as beautiful support. Previous resistance turns into support, I know it's a little sloppy, turns into support, and look at where yesterday bounced off of, guys. If I zoomed in and I go to yesterday's price action, look at that. Look at this. See that green area where we just sort of held and bounced right off of? What is that level? That level is right here. It's previous resistance. So if you continue to see price action like this, guys, I think you got to continue looking to the upside. That is some really pretty stuff. Previous resistance into just ridiculous support. Breaking out above 4,600 right now. Really clean stuff. So that's the ES. Just got to ride the trend, man. Trend is your friend. It looks really strong. All right. The Dow is above 35,000 this morning. Big breakout here above 35K. Yeah, I get excited when technicals work out. I really do, because it's just so, it just shows how much opportunity there is, right? It just shows how much money there is to be made if you can just read those levels. As long as you're reading them right, as long as you're getting an idea of why everything's occurring, it excites me, because you know how much money can be made if you just read those levels. It's pretty cool to see. So all this resistance up here, 35.5, that looks tough. Watch out for that. You guys can see this little resistance here, and then this double top right here on the Dow. I'd watch out for 35.5, guys. 100 SMA, we are trading above it now this morning. Watch out for 35.5 on the Dow. The Dow Jones is, if you exclude this little day, it's down 3.5%. If you include that day, it's down 4.5% from all-time highs. Strong stuff. This is interesting. This right here is quite interesting. folks. If we get this push, it's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts to this. Is this going to be the reason why stocks continue higher? Do we get a break over 2100 here on the Russell today? Do we get a break over 2100 on the Russell here today, guys? This is going to be quite interesting. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about this for a long, long time, and this could set something off, in my opinion. If this gets bullish here, this is going to get. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people slapped in the face on really crappy small cap stocks because they start to trust them again. I personally don't have any interest in getting involved in small caps. However, I think it will help my larger cap stocks if you get this breakthrough. What are futures doing? Are they going nuts? Holy crap. Juicy trades. We're not looking at SMFL, man. I'm sorry. I see you typing it over and over again. I'm sorry, buddy. Holy crap, dude. What's going on here? Did we get some kind of news? Is oil... I think it's oil, right? Yeah, oil's tanking. That's why. What did we get? Here we go. This is it. This is how it all is going to run. This is how it all going to work out, guys, right? Oil falls and reports Russia and Ukraine talks constructive. I hate to say it again. Everyone gives me crap when I say this, but I'm going to continue to say it because it's what I believe personally. And you guys, it's not offensive in any way. It's not, it's not derogatory. Russia and Ukraine is a short-term problem to the long-term stock market. That is always what war does. War is always a short-term reaction. It's emotional. People go crazy. The stock market tanks. Everyone goes insane. And war is never a long-term reason to panic out of long-term positions. Always happens. That's exactly how it works out almost every single time. If this happens, I don't see any reason to why the market is not continuing higher, right? I know I'm going to get backlash for that, but I very strongly believe that buying stocks during emotional short-term events like a conflict in Russia and Ukraine that screams opportunity to me, right? I think that's a huge opportunity. I don't think into the bad things like, what if this happens? Or what if Russia sends a nuke? Or, what if Ukraine goes crazy? Or, what if this happens? I don't think about those things. I stick to what the opportunity is. And short-term emotional drops because of a conflict like Russia and Ukraine, in my opinion, I don't know what's going to happen here still, but if it works out the way that I'd imagine, everything's going to blow over. 5 years from now, Apple's at all-time highs, Nvidia's at all-time highs. Everything is back to normal, and we just got a fantastic opportunity buying these stocks down 40%. That's my personal belief. Not sure if it happens. We can go forever about how everything's terrible and how we should never buy the dip, but that's my personal opinion, guys. So if that actually works out, if Russia and Ukraine talks actually work and they start to back out, it's going to be a face-ripping rally, in my opinion. Yeah, I understand, Rob. It means nothing to me. Verge of economic collapse and hyperinflation, right? That's exactly what I don't give into, right? I'm sorry, that's just not something that I give into. I will never stop investing in good companies because everyone is worried about an economic collapse. It's just not, we could say there's an economic collapse for the last 50 years and you would miss out on every single stock market move. It's not something I care about. And I know that sounds like I don't, I'm just uneducated, but it really is just, it's really just not, it's not stuff that I'm going to put into my head. All right. Anyways, Russell, 2100, guys. That's huge. Watch out for it. Watch out for the Russell, 2100. Big move. All right. Powell can't rug pull the market. He can't single-handedly rug pull the market. All right, so he can raise rates, which may affect some, feelings in the market, but he can't just like do something that's going to tank the market. I mean, I don't think he would. I mean, he can. I guess I take that back. He can. He could say rates go up 100% and interest rates are at 50. But yeah. Just one thing, guys. If you come to my stream, we're never gonna try to, if you come here, this is my stream, right? I want to talk with how I feel the market is. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here, right? That's the great thing about YouTube. You can come to my stream, you can go to someone else's stream. What do you agree with? Who do you like to listen to? If it's not me, I get it. It's totally fine. But I'm not going to change my views. I do not try to predict economic collapses, global warming. I don't try to predict the next economic recession, the next, terrible, terrible thing in the world. I don't think like that. I'm someone that's positive in my life, and that is not how you trade, right? You don't try to guess when the next big recession's coming. Stick to the script, buy panic, and I guarantee you in the long term, things work out for you. All right, Amazon. You don't have to be here, Poe. No reason to be here. I'll see you on the other side, buddy. Why don't I simp for the chat? Hey, I'm here. I'm just going to be myself, man? That's why people are here. All right, so Amazon. 3,200. 3,200 is a big level. 3,200 is a big level. And you guys can see, look at this retest that happened last week. You guys know, right? Support. We've seen that in the past. Look at this. If we zoom in here, look at this day, man. This was an insane opportunity. And I talked about it the day of, and it really, really hurts. If you guys are in the chat, you probably remember this day. But man, this was sexy. I want to say sexy because that's really what it was. Bounce 3,200. Bounce 3,200. Just awesome. This one hurts because we saw it. We knew it was coming. We knew that 3,200 was there. All right. Just really clean, guys. This is just clean technical formation, right? Support, and look at that green box. Look at where it bounced off of. Just really nice stuff. That's your buying opportunity. You put your stop under that level. All you do here is you buy it here because 3,200 strong. You put your stop under 32, and you let this stock go. And look at this move, man. Just really, really clean. So really nice stuff, guys. That was just a really nice move on Amazon, and there probably is more upside here if the market just continues to rip here. I would absolutely be watching Amazon off this retest. Obviously, the opportunity was back at 32, but you're not that far out of this breakout. So I would be watching this. Congrats if anyone caught that retest. That was just something special, really. All right, Nvidia, we all know the story here. Just a killer daily chart breakout. If you caught it, congrats. It was just really, really nice. You're now holding the 100 SMA as support, and that's very bullish to me. Previous resistance is now holding as support, which is also the 100 SMA. You can see it right here. If we go to the last few days, you are now turning resistance into support. This is a perfect stair-stepping pattern. This is everything that is consistent with bullish technical formation. Resistance, support. This is a break and a retest and a push to the upside. That's exactly what this is, and it's really, really nice to see. So you continue off that. That's your technical formation. It's clean stuff. If you didn't catch Nvidia, if you look back at this, what you do here, how you trade this, you set up you buy here near the previous resistance, you put your stop under 270, and you let this thing ride, right? You can watch my break and retest videos if you want to learn more about that. That's just the best technical setup that you could trade, in my opinion. If we zoom out to the daily chart, I think 290 Wow, we're at 290 already. Holy crap, man. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, 290 is going to be a little tough in my opinion. I will say. So be a little careful at 290 here. You got previous support back here on 290. It's also a really it's a really technical psychological level. So I'd watch out for 290. 290 today Nvidia. If the market just rips, I mean this is probably going to break through. But 290 looks a little tough. You guys can see, look at all these previous support levels. Support, support, support. Could be resistance as we approach it. It looks like you're starting to get a little bit of resistance up here, but watch out for 290. Support, support, support. 290, potential resistance here as we push. Look how clean this is. Look at that. It's so clean. Look at that. Previous resistance into support. There's nothing better than this right here. You see this push, you don't chase it, right? You don't chase the push. You wait for it to retest. Retest, you buy your entry here on the retest. You put your stop below, little short stop, and you let this thing ride. Just a perfect trade setup there on Nvidia. Awesome. AMD. I'm very happy to be in this stock because I think AMD has a lot of catching up to do. AMD has not followed this Nvidia move. AMD is still very far off. And I think it's starting to make its move. Look at this. This is even cleaner than Nvidia. Tell me those stair steps. Look at these stair steps right here. Previous highs, into support, beautiful stuff. This, I wouldn't chase this move because I would be looking for this move if you're not in it, right? You'd look for this move. Now, I don't know how far this can go. This can go pretty far. So it may feel like you're missing out. But if you didn't catch this move here, you might be chasing if you're not in already. So this move would be consistent if you came back and pulled back to 120, right? Because this is just the same stair-stepping pattern that we've been seeing. But I mean, this looks good. This looks really good. Stair-stepping like crazy. 15-minute chart. Look at how clean this is. Let's go 30-minute. Look at how clean that is right there, guys. Previous resistance right into support. It's textbook stuff. That's why I stay bullish here because everything's just been so textbook. So next level to watch out for on the daily chart, I'd probably say these 124. Yeah, this 124 level probably would be where I'm watching. And then the 100 SMA. That's really the next levels, I would say. Right here, guys. You can see 124 previous high right here. We already broke the downtrend, so let's get rid of that. 124 and then maybe 130s. 130s? I would say if you break 124, you're off to the races here. Yeah, I would agree. If you're over 124, you're off to the races here. There's not much in here. You'd probably push right through it. Can AMD go up 7% today? It absolutely can, just to let you know, if the market's actually strong. That's 7% to 131. We've seen that plenty of times. All right, Qualcomm, another stock that I think can wake up. Look at this, guys. Look at this. You're starting to get that same type of formation, right? What did we do? We filled the gap. And after filling the gap, we held it as support. Gap fill, you reverse off the gap fill, and look at the 4-hour downtrend. Look at the breakout that's starting to occur. This little poke out that you're seeing right here is exactly what made me catch Nvidia back 3 weeks ago. This is exactly the reason why I bought Nvidia 3 weeks ago. When we saw that little push through a downtrend that starts to unleash some buying. Now, if chip stocks are hot, this right here, guys, could be your next opportunity on almost the exact same type of daily chart downtrend that starts to break out. So I would watch Qualcomm. It's definitely something I'm watching. Look, see Nvidia? See the downtrend? It started to pop here around 2 weeks ago. Qualcomm doing the same thing. It's starting to pop a little bit. So I'd watch this right here. I would keep an eye on that. Might be a nice little start. All right. Tesla. So, guys, Tesla has been awesome. And, this definitely can go higher. The movements intraday have been a little bit messy, I will say. Like yesterday's intraday movements was pretty messy. The pre-markets have been where it's been at, right? This is huge and this is huge. The intradays have been a little messy. Today, you want to see right around 1100 hold. Previous highs, right? So you have resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. You want to see that hold. If you come back down to 11 and start to hold here, that's good stuff right there. That's really good stuff. If you come back down to previous resistance and hold it as support right here, that's really good stuff. So watch out for that. Right near 11. And the next thing I want you guys to watch out for is this daily gap. This daily gap, it will get filled, right? This will get filled. I just do not know when. This absolutely will pull back and fill this gap down to around 1020. When that happens, that's another question, because you guys can see, right? Here's an example for you. This thing gapped up here on this day. This was back on the 25th of October. And it was not until 2 months later that we finally filled that gap right here. 2 months later. So, timing is the question. After this gap up, it continued to rally. We gapped up here. Does this thing just continue to rally here? Is this really the next all-time high move on Tesla? Maybe, right? I can't doubt it, right? Why would I doubt that? What do I know more than, what do I know that makes me, think, oh no, this isn't the next all-time high rally, right? I don't think like that. It's just, you can't think that you're right all the time. So it could be, right? This is pretty consistent with something like this. So is this another push? Is this push continue? It absolutely could. However, I just want to make everyone aware that there is now a gap on the daily chart. So just please be aware of that. All right. Microsoft. Just want to share this one with you guys. It's the exact same thing as Nvidia, exact same thing as AMD, as Apple. Look at the chart. Look at how beautiful this breakout was. Look at the support. Look at that move. Just insane daily chart breakout. Just as clean as could be. Watch out for the 100 SMA, which is up around 314. You got some previous resistance in this level as well, right around this 314, 315. So watch out for that. But I would keep an eye on Microsoft here. I would have absolutely no problems buying shares in this area. I hope everyone's been, buying into this market. I hope everyone's been taking advantage of these pullbacks. This is just exactly the type of formation that you like to see, the type of pullback you like to see to take advantage. Microsoft down 20% from its highs. It's not something you're going to see very often, really honestly, in your lifetime. You don't see 20% pullbacks in the stock market, thousands of times in your lifetime. Like that's probably something that happens maybe, I don't know, maybe a handful of times in your lifetime, maybe 10 times. It's not something that happens every day. So, when these opportunities come around, it's about who's willing to take the risk and who's willing to take advantage of that opportunity. Some people don't like to take the risk. Some people just don't believe in it. But, when you get a 40% pullback on Nvidia, which I would be willing to bet that 40% pullback on Nvidia has not happened more than maybe 10 times. Here's one time, this was COVID, and that might have been one of the last times that you ever saw a 40% pullback on Nvidia, right? So, when an opportunity, like an anomaly like that occurs, guys, I am all over it. So congratulations to anyone that was buying Microsoft down here. Beautiful little technical hold off of 280s. Very nice chart breakout right here off the downtrend. Another stock that I would be all over. Quality name, just rock solid. Costco, look at this, man. Look how perfect that retest was too. That's the thing that kills me. That retest was just beautiful stuff. Look how perfect this retest was. Right here, You break it. This is just a monster scale break and retest. Break and retest. Look how clean that is. All right here. And look at that hold. Just really clean stuff. Really beautiful stuff. Previous resistance. You break out of it. You pull back. You hold it as support. There you go. Really nice push off this retest level. And Costco is right at all-time highs. Yeah, I'm not a good person to ask what happens at all-time highs, because obviously it's a 50-50. You can either reject here or you break right out of it. If the market's strong, I would be on the side of it breaking out. So watch out for Costco. All-time highs, basically there. You're about $4 off all-time highs. So crazy, about less than 1%. So watch out for Costco, guys. Really strong stock, a stock that I would be watching on a daily basis. All right, Square and PayPal. Look at these retests. It happened again, right? It happened again. Another opportunity. You buy Square here, you put your stops under 130, and you let the trade run, right? This is a beautiful risk to reward. Risk down to 130, and maybe you can keep it shorter because this is sort of up already. But if you were catching it down in the 130s, beautiful risk to reward. Retest level, this is a stair step. This is what we looked at for the entire morning here. This is another stair stepping formation. Previous resistance into support. If this breaks these highs, you're going to get continuation. That's just a really nice setup that I would be watching. PayPal doing the exact same thing, almost even nicer, to be quite honest. Previous resistance, all this support right at the exact same level. If this breaks 120, you're going to rally. So I like Square and PayPal for tradable opportunities. I think the technical formations on these two charts right here look really good. Break and retests have been holding for about a week now. I would be watching that. Facebook did something similar, has already started to break out, and is holding a really nice uptrend, in my opinion, right here, guys. So watching this uptrend right here, you guys can see Facebook just continues to rally. I'm in some swing trades. I'm in this as long as Facebook holds this upside. If it holds this uptrend, I'm holding this stock. I think Facebook has room to the gap fill area, maybe to around 245. Right up here, guys. I think Facebook has room to 245. So watching that uptrend, I would watch it too. Okay, we're gonna go about. I'm gonna give myself a minute here. When it hits 48, I'm done with this. So, AMC and GME, you just got a massive move over previous resistance here, and I think you just sort of started a short squeeze, guys. That's really what this was, in my opinion. You had a lot of shorts that were stacked up below this key level here, right? Just imagine you're a short seller, right? Imagine you're a short seller and you're looking at this stock. Right, if it breaks this previous support here, right around 130, you're probably going short this because that is a really big breakdown. Now, if you're still holding your short and this stock gets back above your entry right around 132, you're going to cover your position, right? You're going to cover because this is a technical breakout now. So this 130 level was a key level, guys, on GameStop. And this just triggered a short squeeze because you have people that are shorting this stock on the breakdown of 130, and if it gets back above, they're going to be covering. So I think that's really what this was, a really big covering, and of course you got the retail traders jumping in. How far does this go? Don't ask me. Please don't ask me. No one knows. It very well could come back to 225 if it really is strong, right? This previous high, who knows? But that's just want to share with you why that occurred. I think same thing on AMC. 1-800-Flowers. AMC was probably getting heavily shorted under this key level here, right here around right around this 21. You guys can see right here, probably a lot of shorts piling in at 21. And I would assume as soon as it got over that 21, you got a lot of shorts covering. So just watch out for AMC. I would say it probably moves into 35 potentially. Right around here. Maybe here, maybe shorter. Maybe these lows too. Be careful of these lows, guys. 31. Yeah, guys. By the way, this is not my forte. I do not trade these stocks. You can go elsewhere on YouTube to find more people that are looking for the MOAS. I am not a MOAS searcher. I search for a different part of the MOAS, but not the Mo part. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's continue with the live stream. Neo. That's what you guys want to look at. If you guys could take a second, press the like button, subscribe to the channel before we get into the stuff that you guys want to look at. That would be great. But right now we're going to look at Neo, Cat, Ford, and FDX from the members. All right. Neo. So, yeah. No, I don't have them in my M1, no. All right, so Neo, I still don't love this, but yeah, I mean, you could watch it with Chinese, continuation. You got a little inverse head and shoulders. 1-800-Flowers actually ripping. So, I mean, you could watch Neo with some Chinese stock strength if you do get that. I just don't really like this chart still. It's not really doing anything that's making me bullish. I mean, I'm sure it will be bullish if the Russell gets bullish here, but I need to see some more like higher highs. I need to see some higher highs, higher lows, not a consistent downtrend. So this is just not something that I'd be very interested in, guys. Right? If you're looking at Neo, why not look at this? Right? Why not look at this? Why not look at AMD, at Qualcomm, at Tesla? Why look at Neo here? I mean, maybe there's different ideas of what, maybe you're investing. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but just not a stock that I'd be interested in here, especially not with small caps still pretty weak. Caterpillar, really big move for a stock like Cat. Just be careful here. This is looking like it's coming into some previous resistance here. Just be careful of this. I mean, you got this high here at 230, and then you got some of these lows here. This whole area looks a little tough on Cat. Watch out for this whole area on Cat. But really big move on Cat. I need to see like some kind of high or low get built. Maybe a retest of these previous highs here. Maybe a retest here. Yeah, I get it, guys. But just, searching for cheap stocks is not, doesn't mean that might be actually detrimental to you. That's actually a detrimental thing to your trading, looking for cheap stocks, in my opinion. So, pullback, watch this retest of 216 maybe. But yeah, I need to see some kind of pullback here. But yeah, watch out for this resistance above 226, 230. All right, Ford, big flag. Oh, you said big flag on the daily? Yeah, you got a little flag there. I see that. A little bit, but where's the bottom of the flag? That's the problem. I see the flag. I don't see why the bottom would be anywhere. Maybe in this area. Yeah, it's a little bit choppy here, man. Maybe flag, but looks like it's hitting some pretty big wall up here. Just be careful up there. Ford. Guys, we talked about Ford back in December. I told you this was just a huge momentum pump, and that's exactly what it was. It's just hype. Everyone going crazy, thinking Ford's about to make the new flying car, the best thing since sliced bread, and it's just hype and hysteria. So it's back to doing its old ways. It's not really moving at all on an intraday basis. I wouldn't expect it to do anything else. FDX. I don't know, Bri. Maybe. I'm not sure. FedEx. Nice move yesterday on FedEx. Up really big in the pre-market. Nice hold here around this 220. See, but this is another stock that just isn't quite making, like, guys, just look at this chart, right? Look at the chart. Look at the daily chart. It's not quite making big moves here. It's really still shadowed by a lot of this downside. So I just am a little bit cautious of trading stocks that are looking like they're really still really beat down. So just be cautious of that. You can see some really big resistance still in the 250s, 260s. These are going to be big levels to get through, right? Think about these as like walls of sellers. So just be careful there. You can see a little bit of consistency in the short term here, starting to try to push up higher. Let me go to the 4 hour, see if I can see anything there. It's not the 4 hour. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, you got a nice push this morning for sure. Watch out for this 239, 240. Watch out for this 255. Just watch out for some of these levels. Yeah, I like Chinese companies too, but I like Baba. I'm not really into Neo personally. Baba, I think, is the best opportunity there. I think you stick with Baba. But I mean, who knows? That if I was watching any Chinese names, I'd be watching Baba. So yeah, watch 240 and 255 on FedEx here. Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree just continues. I mean, what else can I say about this? Look at this move. This is like AbbVie. It just doesn't stop. AbbVie just does not stop. Dollar Tree is not stopping. Target. Watch Target into the 226s. Watch Target into the 226s. Right here, guys. Big time resistance. Big time resistance. Huge. Very tough to get through that. Look at all this support, resistance, resistance, resistance. That's going to be tough right there, 226. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you. If you guys could just be so kind, take a second, press the like button. Let's get to 500 likes if we could. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope you enjoy my unbiased, honest opinion on everything you ask. I try to keep it that way. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but that's how I be, and that's how I do it here. So I try to keep it very calm, but I don't try to get emotional with the stock market. I don't buy into the hysteria. The economy's about to tank. If anyone ever says that to me, I totally invalidate their opinion. I hate when people say that because you don't know that, right? We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is what's in front of us. We can't predict the future, guys. The stock market is not about predicting the future. I think a lot of people think you have to predict the future in the stock market. You do not. Watch what's on the charts. Trade what's in front of you. Trade the analysis and the data that's on the charts in front of you. Do not have your mind trying to predict the future about the next economic downturn, meltdown. I'm buying every put that I can because nothing is right? Get that out of your head. You're not going to make money that way. Trade what's in the chart. Read the price action. Learn to read the price action. Take advantage of what's happening right now. There's a lot of opportunity right now to the upside. It's been going on for almost 2 weeks now. So congrats, guys. Have a great day. Stay safe. As always, the key thing to remember here, no matter how good everything looks, risk management. Do never risk more than you are willing to lose. Please. As good as things are looking, guys, I haven't increased my size one bit. Right? I'm not interested in increasing my size. That is a recipe for disaster. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you want to join the Discord chat, link is down below. I'll see you there, or I will see you tomorrow in the live stream. Peace out.